Time to do some objecting, some conscientious objecting with the Korean co-cell. I, of course, am Muhammad Ali, Jason Whitlock. Steve, Stephen A. Smith has jumped on board with my theory that Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo. Stephen A. Smith says he has sources that say Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo. He's talking about the Jets, and then he transitions into talking about the Bills and Stefon Diggs. Let's play the clip.
I can't ignore, because to me, elevating the Jets like that is letting the Buffalo Bills off the hook. Last time I checked, we looked at Josh Allen, and we said, yo, man, what's going on? You in an AFC Championship game a few years ago. You and Patrick Mahomes was going at it. You were supposed to be the heir apparent and stuff like that. Stuff ain't worked out. You lose. Joe Burrow comes up there, goes to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Last year at the AFC Championship game. And instead of thinking about Josh Allen, we thinking about Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow going up against one another, okay? So you got Stefon Diggs, this brother all-world receiver, but clearly wasn't happy. He walked out, didn't want to talk to nobody. They came into training camp. They had some friction. They had to get settled and all of this other stuff. Brother wants out, by the way. I'm just telling you what I know. I got my own sources. Brother wants out. He don't want to be in Buffalo anymore. He don't want to. I'm telling you right now. I have my sources. Stefon Diggs got to be there, but he would prefer to be gone because he's lost a level of belief in the Buffalo Bills. That's right. I said it. It's Stephen A., baby. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, they can deny it. They can tell you what to do. I have my sources. I'm telling you what I know. All right, but he's not going to force his way out. He know he got to be there and they got to perform, but he ain't feeling the Buffalo Bills the way that he once did because he feels there's a window of opportunity that they may have missed out on. Josh Allen's got to show them that's not true.
Ooh. I think the critical part there is at the end, where Stephen A. Smith put all the pressure on Josh Allen. And again, I said it a month or two ago that Stefon Diggs does not want to be in Buffalo. It's cold up there. His brother plays in Dallas. He wants to be in a better city than Buffalo, and he's painting this picture. Oh, our Super Bowl window's closing. Oh, Josh Allen needs to do this or that. He's painting a picture for him to get out of Buffalo and to get to a city with better strip clubs. I said it a month ago. I'll say it again. This is about strip clubs. This ain't about championships.
Andre Reed would never. Don Beebe would never. James Butler would never, as I show my age. But Stephen A. Schefter with the scoopage. This is, you know what? And by the way, I believe him. I don't think he'd go out there on that platform or forum knowing how many people listen to him and be reckless. So I'll take him at face value. I'll believe him because the signs have been there all the way back to the playoff.
Why didn't you believe me? Did you believe me when I told you this? When I told you this a month ago? But go
No,
ahead.
I did. I actually did agree with you because if you look at Stefon Diggs' behavior at the end of that Bengals loss in the playoffs, he did not look like a happy camper. But I just want to say this. I don't dig Stefon. You're being a complete diva. You have a contract. Be a pro. I'm sick of these athletes acting as though they're being held hostage. You have a contract that pays you very well. And also, I happen to agree. If Stefon Diggs believes that the window of opportunity to be a true Super Bowl champion for Buffalo is closing, Jason, I happen to agree. There's a lot of pressure on that coach McDermott, Josh Allen, and the Bills because these windows do not last 5 years anymore. They're about 3 years. And last year was a bit of a disappointment. They have to be better at running the ball and red zone efficiency. That's where they have failed in big games. Okay, but with that said, Stefon, I believe, is one of the leaders in targets. He puts up numbers, and he has an elite quarterback. Josh Allen is objectively top 5. So I know Buffalo is not exactly Manhattan or Dallas or LA or Miami. You know what? They'll suck it up. The very definition of being a professional, and Teddy Atlas told me this, his definition of being a pro is doing something you may not want to do, but doing it to the best of your ability because you are obligated to. Okay? So I don't want to hear any of this Stefon Diggs is being treated like a hostage. And all that stuff we see in the NBA with guys like Ben Simmons. Stefon Diggs has a choice to make here. Do you want to be a pro or do you want to be a malcontent? I get it. A lot of people in life that do a lot lesser jobs for a lot less money are not happy with their situations. You know what they do, though, Jason? They clock in and out every day. Give me a doggone break.
He doesn't care about being a pro. He doesn't care about winning a championship. He wants to be in a better city. Go look at that division, the AFC East. The Miami Dolphins. He'd rather be in Miami. The New England Patriots. He'd rather be in Boston. The New York Jets. He'd rather be in NYC. He's stuck up in Buffalo. It's cold there. And I'm just telling you what I know and what I believe. With these young guys and all this discretionary income and his brother in the NFL, he wants to be in a city where it's easier to pop bottles, where it's easier to float. What do they call it? Flued in. You got flued in or flied in or float.
Yep.
Yeah, flued in. Yeah. He wants to be somewhere where it's easier to fly in. The Instagram models. And that's what it's about. This has nothing to do with winning. This has nothing to do with dissatisfaction with Josh Allen. Now, again, he's going to put all the pressure on Josh Allen, and the media is going to eat it up because Josh Allen doesn't have the connection, doesn't have the complexion for the connection. But it's unfair what Stefon Diggs is about to do to Josh Allen, and that the media and Stephen A., while leaking out this information, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know this. 1,000% speculation. I wouldn't be surprised if Stefon Diggs isn't Stephen A. Smith's source on this. And because the way Stephen A. ended that, putting the pressure on Josh Allen made it seem to me like, oh, he's been loyal to Stefon Diggs.
Well, there seems to be a lot of subterfuge if that's the way they're going about it, because I think his agent came out and said, no, it's not true. But again, here's the issue that I have with Diggs. Let's say he goes to another situation that's more palatable for his social desires, okay? But he doesn't have a quarterback that's as gifted as Josh Allen. And then let's put it this way. He has to share the reception. So instead of getting 100-plus catches or so, he now gets 60. And then guess what's going to happen if they don't win as much? Because Buffalo does win a lot of regular season games. Now it's going to be, well, I'm unhappy because we're not winning and I'm just a competitor. No, you're not. No, you are not. And so, look, Buffalo has...
He won't complain.
You don't think so?
If he gets to Dallas, he gets to Dallas, plays with Dak Prescott, numbers go down, he'd be very happy with the strip club scene in Dallas and kicking it with his brother. I'm just telling you. You think it's hilarious, but I'm just telling you, these young guys in discretionary money, if he could get to Florida and hang out at King of Diamonds and Tootsie's, he would be in heaven. And he could care less if Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins ever won a game.
Then if you are one of those teams, those franchises in those cities, and they are listening to this, the last thing I would do is bring on an individual who has wrong priorities. Athletes have to understand one thing. You're doing a job. This is an occupation. It's not a hobby. It's something that a lot of people would do. And you are not being held hostage. You have a contract that you agreed to. And there has to come a point, I believe, where the organizations, and no matter what they're going to be called, racist, slave owners, the patriarchy, white supremacy, they just need to tell guys like Stefon Diggs, Stefon, you have two choices here. Live up to your contract and be a professional, or we're going to file a grievance against you, and we're going to make your life difficult. I know that sounds very, very cold-hearted, but you know what? This is a cold-hearted business.
Steve, great job as always. We'll see you next time. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with all of our latest content.